Do you love a reading challenge? Because I know I love a reading challenge. You can never have too many going at one time. Hi, my name is Melissa. I am the community manager for the Jane Austen Literacy Foundation community. If you are new to our channel here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome as well. I wanted to talk about today our upcoming monthly reading challenge for the month of June. These monthly reading challenges that we have are free for anyone to join. I'll put the link in the description box down below so you can check them out. They are really meant to encourage you to explore some new books, maybe think outside of the box. If you're anything like me, you've got a stack of books that you still need to get to, so it helps me to look through what I already own, maybe browse the library in a new and exciting way, and just be excited to find some new books to read for the month. Also, I know a lot of you are like me and you have a lot of reading challenges going, so we keep these prompts really general so that hopefully if you are in other reading challenges, you can also plug these in to spots on our reading challenge as well. And we do have plenty of free reader choice spots, so you can fill it in with whatever you might already need to be reading for book club. I thought that I would grab the June reading challenge, and I have a stack sitting here of books. I will take you through some books that I am going to pull out for the challenge next month. I am definitely a mood reader, so I like to have plenty of options, and I grabbed for some of the categories a few books that would fit in there. I also think I know what the book club book is going to end up being for our Patreon community. We have a clear winner as of right now, so I also grabbed that book to include in here. But that is just, let's have a little bit of fun talking about books. I'll share with you what I might be reading. If you think of anything for the prompts that I'm sharing that would be some good recommendations, feel free to leave it down in the comments below, and let's go ahead and jump right in. So the first prompt that we have is a book you borrowed. Now this could be from a fellow reader, maybe you borrowed it from the library, you borrowed it from Kindle Unlimited, interpret it however you choose. But for my choice, I have In Royal Service to the Queen by author Tessa Arlen. It's very bright and sunny today, so it might be a little tricky showing you the covers. But we just had Tessa for our book club tea chat time, and she was absolutely wonderful. We read Address of Violet Taffeta from her about Lady Duff Gordon, and she shared so much. And we also were able to talk with her about this book a little bit and her inspiration for writing it. And I was hooked. I really want to read this book, and I grabbed it from the library, and so I'm pretty sure I want to get to this one for next month. Or the next spot, if you were going across, would be your reader's choice, so grab anything you want to read, and remember you only need to do one column as normal bingo goes, so you can go straight across, you can go diagonal, whatever works for you. The next prompt is a book with a pink cover. Did not stack these very well because the one that I need to get to, it's here underneath. The only book I found with like a really bright pink cover that I had on my shelf was The Mitford Affair. I am not typically a World War II reader for historical fiction, but this book did kind of fascinate me. So we will see if I get to this one. I mean, you can't really go wrong with a Marie Benedict book. Her writing is beautiful, so it's not that I am not excited to read the book. I just need to build a little excitement for World War II historical fiction. Or the next spot then would be a reader's choice. So if you were to go straight across, there's only 2 books that you choose and then 2 books that are your choice to incorporate. So I hope you can see that this is a challenge that is meant to be fun and let you be exploring with other book clubs, other challenges that you're doing, and really just enjoy reading time. All right, the next column has a reader's choice, and then the prompt after that is an award-winning book. And for this one, I have, everything is going to be all scattered into different spots. This one I have The Devil in the White City. And if you saw one of my previous library hauls, this was a library haul grab. I am doing another library book shopping trip this week. So stay on the lookout for a video. Let's keep our fingers crossed that I have a good look on that. But this was the winner of the Edgar Award for Best Fact Crime. So this would fit perfectly into that. Not my typical read, but I have been seeing this book for years. I don't remember when. Let's look together here. When was this released? Ooh, we have a map. 2003. So it has been out for quite a while. The cover always kind of catches me. I think I remember seeing this in airport bookshops, but maybe it's time that I finally get to that and give it a read. I'm going to start stacking on the floor because the stack is going to get too high. All right, then we have a reader's choice if we're going straight across, and then a book with a one-word title. Now, this one was pretty tricky. I had to check a lot of my shelves before I came to something with a one-word title, but as luck would have it, this was also from my last library haul that I just did, and it is Orlando by Virginia Woolf. I have never read anything by Virginia Woolf. I'm kind of excited to, and this seemed like it was close enough to books that I enjoy, and we will see how it goes. I do not know what to expect from this. I don't really even know what it's about other than the tiny little blurb that it has on the back. But yeah, let me know if you read this before, if you have any thoughts. All right, next we have a book released this year, and this one was perfect timing because I just got some book mail yesterday from Shadow Mountain. Kindly sends me art copies, and they let me choose which ones that I would like, and I chose this one, To Love the Brooding Baron. It is coming out in, June. So this is perfect timing. I didn't realize it was coming out that quickly. So June of 2024, it is a historical Regency romance, and this is part of their proper romance line that they have. But I always find the stories to be great from these proper romance series. If you're a Jane Austen fan, this is they're typically in the line of giving you that sort of that Austen-esque feel to this. Very excited to dig into this one. It is set in London, 1815. Opposites attract and sparks fly when the vivacious Annabelle falls for a baron who lives in the shadow of a scandalous family secret. Love that. All right. Next, we have a book turned into a movie. I have two that I actually pulled for this one. So again, from the recent library haul was The Reader, and it says now a major motion picture, which I have never heard of this before, but it caught my eye. It's a spiritual awakening sort of novel. Seems a little weird, but it's not that long, so I think I could maybe knock it out in a weekend with no problem. This is the one that I pulled, and then also I'm thinking maybe since the weather is getting warmer, it might be time to revisit Emma. Obviously a book turned into a movie because we have multiple versions of this, and I just adore these editions that I found used. And why not go ahead and read Emma? If you would be interested in a buddy read of Emma, let me know. I would be open to reading and discussing and would love to talk about it with you. All right, I think that was everything that I had for a book turned into a movie. There's a free space, and then next we have a book with a twist. So for this, I pulled, Bronte's Mistress, which would be a reread for me, by Fionnuala Austen. This book was amazing. I read it when it first released, and it has been a little while, yet it is about a wife, and she meets Branwell Bronte, the brother to the Bronte sisters, and they have an affair, which for 1840s, pretty scandalous. and I do think it kind of has a twist ending to it, so this could be a possibility. I have Woman 99, which is also a library book, so this could possibly fit. This is a woman whose sister gets put into an insane asylum, and she gets herself committed to help the women that are in there. I feel like it's going to have a twist ending. I don't know for sure, but it just kind of gives that vibes. It is, I believe, listed as a thriller. And then next twist ending is, and this is loosely interpreting twist ending, but Godmersham Park, which surprisingly I have not yet read, but I did look a little bit into the blurb and it seemed like maybe a twist ending with the governess possibly ending up with Jane's brother Henry. So we will see what happens with that one. And then we have a book set in a different country than you live. So this one has been on my shelf for a little while, and I keep looking at it because let's just talk about that cover for a minute. How stunning is that cover? It's The $1 Million Duchesses, How America's Heiresses Seduced the Aristocracy. So yes, it does have a little bit of an American aspect to it, but it is about Consuelo Vanderbilt marrying Charles Spencer Churchill and heading over to England to basically marry the rich daughters of moguls here in the United States off to the aristocracy that needed the money. So I think this would fit the bill enough. I'm really excited to read this book. And then I think the last one that I will be reading, I know this is a very ambitious, I am not going to get to all these books in June, but they're there for me to choose from. And then the next one would be, I'm pretty sure Remarkable Creatures is going to end up being our book club pick of the month, which I am really excited to read this one. It's been on my shelf also for a little while. And Mary Anning, I'm not sure exactly how you pronounce it, but she's a fascinating woman. I have read a little bit about her, featured in other books, and so I'm curious to read this one as well. So that wraps up all the books that are on my list of possibilities to read for the month of June. If you do struggle with staying consistent with your reading, I think having a list or a reading challenge like this kind of gives you a structure to your reading. And then I also, because I am a mood reader, I love to pull books, and even if you make a spreadsheet or write it out in notes or have a physical pile sitting there for you to kind of give you when you're looking for something, is right there in front of you and you can just go through those books, helps me, I know, to be able to read a bit more and not be looking at all the shiny new objects or just wandering through the bookstore or the library, because I see the books that I have here in my library to start reading right away. So I hope that is helpful to you. If you haven't subscribed yet to our channel, go ahead and click the subscribe button so you don't miss any future videos. That really helps us to spread awareness for what we are doing. If you are brand new to learning about the Jane Austen Literacy Foundation, we are founded by Caroline Jane Knight, the 5th great niece of Jane Austen and the last of Jane Austen's nieces to grow up in Chawton House. We help fund literacy projects. We have literacy initiatives. Our Patreon community is helping to give back to those programs with your membership. So we really appreciate everyone that joins. You help spread the love of reading to children that are in need, and we thank you for that. I will have links to get all of our community information in the box below. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.